Hey guys, Ninja here, and I'm back with some more Enigmatica 8. In this episode, we're going to dive into a couple more builds. We're also going to start taking a look at the mods in the mod pack and working through the quest book. But before we get to that, let's take a look around and see what's changed. First off, you'll notice I've built a bit of a retaining wall, and I've also started working on some pathing for the starter area. In the courtyard, I've added these barrels, some lighting, and these vines just to give it a little bit more depth. On the inside, I've put together a storage room, and I've been gathering all kinds of resources. I've got some gravel, some sand, some cobble deep slate, basalt, regular cobble, a bunch of wood, you name it, and I've been gathering it. On this side, I've got a little bit of a workshop. I got my basic Tinkers Smeltery here, my Tinkers tables, and some furnaces. And in here is where I built my iron pickaxe and my Enigmatica using my smeltery here. And that's the tools I've been using since the previous episode. Upstairs, I put a little bit of a basic bedroom in one of the rooms. Just some carpet, a bed, some bookshelves, a little custom bench, and some candles. Downstairs, out front, I noticed something right before I filmed this, and I thought I'd show it to you because I thought it was quite funny. I don't know how tall sugarcane's supposed to get, but I have a feeling it's not supposed to get this tall. I've been kind of neglecting it, and I came out here to check on my wheat, which I've been trying to grow, and I'm like, what in the world? So I thought I would show this off. But let's go ahead and jump into the first build. I'm sure you figured it out by now, but the next build in what is quickly becoming a starter village is a blacksmith shop. I want to give a quick shout out and a thanks to Misfit who helped put this together in the time lapse that you just watched. We incorporated very similar building elements. We extended the pathing and used the same design for the courtyard. And if we take a quick peek on the inside, you'll see that the building is empty, but I do have plans for this. There is an accessible attic up there. There's nothing up there right now, so we won't go up there. On the outside, you can see I've already did quite a bit of decorating. I think it really turned out pretty good. Over here, you can see where we're starting to incorporate some early mods into the builds themselves. So right here, we have a Tinkers Construct Smeltery, which is already set up and it's fueled. I am having an issue with my shaders, so there is lava right here, but for some reason you can't see it. So I'm going to have to work on that and figure out why it's doing that. Over here, I've set up a couple of coke ovens from Immersive Engineering, and I've already been running coal through them to get cold coke and creosote oil, and I've been just bucking it over into this fluid tank from Mechanism. And I think this is where I've been sticking the cold coke. So if we take a look at the quest book, these two tools right here were the first things that I made. They're really simple to make. I mean, we can go and look at the crafting recipe for those real quick. If I can find them here. Oh, here we go. So the wire cutters is simply 2 sticks and a piece of iron, and the screwdriver is a stick and an iron rod. And we had some of these from our villager exploration from the previous episodes. And we also made this engineering hammer, which we needed to make these. So these are essentially oak bricks, which we can also take a quick look at, which are made from bricks, some type of sandstone, and clay. And you need 27 of them. You build them in a 3x3, and you right click them with the engineer hammer if you're not familiar with how to set these up. But taking a quick look at the quest book, I noticed that we were able to complete this quest, but this quest appears to be broken. So it's not detecting that we have coal coke. So this is a newer updated mod pack built on 118, and the quest book hasn't been fully updated yet. And I was looking at some of the updates for this mod pack, and there are 2 more updates on top of the one we're running. So in between episodes, I'm going to update the server, do some testing, and hopefully this gets resolved. So to be D on that. If we take a quick peek at our sugarcane, it appears that it is continuing to grow. It has become quite ugly. I do plan to knock this down. I'm just really curious to see how tall it gets. You can see my buddy's poking up over there where he's at, and I think it's even taller than mine. It is way up there. I hope he knocks that down too, because it is quite ugly. On the inside of the building, the only major thing we've added worth going over is this enchanting table setup. We did add this, so I was able to enchant my armor, and it looks like actually it's about time for some more armor. But I think we've just about went over everything I would like to go over, so let's go ahead and jump back into super fast build mode. Well, for the most part, we've got the next building in our starter village knocked out. If we take a look here on the left side, you'll see where I've planted some wheat to kind of break up the terrain and make it look like it's a wheat field next to these water wheels. And if we take a peek at those, you'll see we've got 3 full immersive engineering water wheels set up. We'll be using these to generate some early game power. We can run around to the other side and take a quick peek inside. Not much going on in here. Just some leftover scaffolding so we could access the various floors. But there is not much going on. Let's go ahead and hop up to the top floor. We'll take a peek up here just so you can see that. You can see the ocean from up here out there and starter village as it's going up. We might come back up here for some future shots. We'll jump up here so you can see everything. And there's our sugarcane stack getting taller and taller. I don't know. I think it's about done. I don't think it's going to get much taller. We're probably going to knock that down soon. Let's go ahead and head back down. I will take a note. You might notice it looks a little different. And I've had to disable my shaders because on top of the lava not rendering over in our blacksmith shop, the water wheels were also not rendering in. And I didn't want that to start becoming an issue. So I went ahead and disabled the shaders. And we're going to play with it like this for now. I'll check it from time to time to see if it fixes. But for now, this is how we're going to play. I've also pulled the server down while filming that time lapse and updated it to the latest build. So now our quest book is fixed. So let's run over to our workshop and take a look at that. Well, now that we're back over the workshop, let's go ahead and take a quick look at our quest book. As you can see, not only have they fixed the one that we need to move forward, they've also fixed several others, and they've added some new stuff, including a quest line for Mechanism, which is probably one of my top 3 favorite mods of all time. Cannot wait to get in that, but it's going to be a while before we get to the Mechanism, at least deep into Mechanism. All right, so let's go ahead. This is where we checked off our hammer, and this is where we checked off our additional tools. We're going to have to wait on this one until we go back over to the blacksmith shop, because I didn't actually grab any of the old coat to complete this quest. But we can go look here, and we can make these LV wire connectors, which are simply 3 copper and some terracotta, which I already have. So let's run over here. That's not copper. Here's the copper. I'm not sure how many. I've done forgot how many it said it made. Was it just 4? It's 4. Okay. So we're gonna make I don't know, a few of these. I don't know how many we'll need right now. That's what we're gonna take a look at. So let's go ahead and finish that quest off. Oh, we get 4 more. So now we have 12. We also need to build this LV accumulator, which is 4 treated wood planks, a couple pieces of iron, this bucket of redstone acid, and lead plates. So I have most of this on me already. So I believe that was that right there. Was it another one? Yeah, there we go. And we have the lead, and to turn these into plates, we'll use our hammer. And then we should be able to go over here and find that in immersive engineering, the LV accumulator. Move items to craft and bin, make it a little easier. So now we have one of those. So we should be able to go back to our quest book. And why is it not accepting that? Not sure why it's not letting us accept that. I will look at that later, but let's move on. We have that. Oh, you know why? Because we need to go do that other thing. We'll do that in just a moment, because I want to go ahead and... We don't need these right now, but I wanted to knock out as many quests as we could. So let's build these conveyor belts, which are 3 leather, 2 redstone, or excuse me, 2 iron and 1 redstone. Those should be here. Shift it over into the crafting grid. There we go. Now we can claim our reward for that one. And we're not going to make those right now. We are going to make this alloy kiln and then go set it up. And that's pretty straightforward. So just 2 bricks and 2 pieces of some sort of sandstone. And I have that right here already. And that's in a 2x2 grid. It's 4, if my math is correct. Math is not my forte. Actually, it's 8, I believe. 2x2 grid. Well, I have 8 anyway, so we'll see. Let's see if there's any other quests that we want to knock out while we're in here. Let's take our 8 iron ingots. Look at that, we're getting rolling. We still got 2 more to do. I believe that's all we're going to be able to do at the moment. Let's head over to the blacksmith shop and grab that coal coke. Let's take a quick peek at the smeltery. You can see now that we have lava in our tank. It's actually half full, so that's nice. So we'll probably use this in between episode to upgrade our tools. I'll have to take a look to see what the best materials I have available right now. But if we look in here, I believe this is where we got the coal coke. So we can go ahead and finish that quest off and accept our reward. We can also go up here now and finish that one. So that's another one knocked out. And if we take a quick look down through here, there's a few more that we can just accept that we must have touched. So let's go ahead and pick these up. And that's not something we can do at the moment. Let's see what else we got here. Some Britannia. Must have picked up a mystical flower at some point, but we'll take that. And there's one down here. We'll take that book. We're a ways from getting into these books, so I'm not even going to attempt to explain what these are. So right now our focus is immersive engineering. Now we have that kiln, and I'm assuming we'll need that and our hammer, and we should be able to just, let's set it up in here. I'm curious to see what it looks like. So a 2x2 should be, let's put it right here. So one, that should be right, and there we go. Well, now we got a little kiln. I'm assuming it uses coal or maybe coal coke. And then you put 2 metals in, and then you can get an alloy. That's really nice. Alrighty. Now let's head over to our new building, because there's something I want to set up over there. Oh, you know what? We need one more thing. Let's actually head back into the workshop. We need to clear this out. We need to make some more copper wire. Is this right here, which is made from plates, which is made from, I know, we're just gonna do it by hand from memory. So where's our hammer? There it is. So we're gonna make a whole bunch of these plates. Make 16, and then we're gonna put that there. Where's our wrench? We're gonna make a bunch of wire, and then we should be able to put these in there like that. More treated sticks. Put one more. All right, now we have a bunch of wire. There's one more thing that I want to build that's not part of the quest line, but we need it in immersive engineering, which is these poles, if I can find it. There it is, right there, wooden post. So we're going to build 2 of these to demonstrate something. Let's head over to the new building. Now what I would like to do is show you how we're going to hook this room up in between episodes. If we pop this accumulator down and then attach a wire connector, and then take this LV wire cable and right click it there, it is now linked to that spot, and we can go up here and we can attach another wire connector and then right click it with that same wire, and now that is connected and sending power from the kinetic dynamo, which is attached to the water wheel, and now we have power generation. So this is awesome for future content. When we start building some machines, we'll now have a way to power them. And like I said, in between episode, I'm going to clean this room up and make it look real pretty and get this all wired up and running out of the building. Outside, I want to show you how we're going to connect the buildings together so they look pretty good. So if you pop a post here, we pop another one over here, we can use 2 more of these wire connectors. And you probably already guessed it, but we're going to right click with some wire coil and then right click over here, and that did not work. Why did that not work? Let's try it again. Oh, there we go. I must have missed the first click. But as you can see, now we have a way of running power around our base. I'm so excited for being able to power some machines, which we hope to get into in the next episode. But with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I feel like we got a lot more content packed into this one. I really like the direction of where this series is going. I've got a lot more planned, including at least 1 to 2 more major builds for the starter area before we move into something bigger. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. With that, this is Agro Ninja, and that's a wrap. Did you really think we was going to end the episode without knocking this massive pile of sugarcane down? Of course not. Let's get to it. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of sugar cane. See you guys in the next one.